My name is Micaiah. I am 18 years old and I live in Radford, Virginia. I am an Ascend first year student and I've been loving it so far. So for my Ascend project this year, originally I was going to make an album, and I quickly realized that was a little ambitious just with the time that I had, the money that I had, and the resources that I had. And so I'm going to be producing 2 songs. One of them I wrote myself, and the other one is a cover song of the song On Heaven's Bright Shore by Alison Krauss. And I sing it with a guitar teacher from my church. His name is James Farley. And to make the project really work, he needed to be on it because I wanted to do it sort of as a tribute to him. He has taught me so much and I love him so much. He's kind of the grandfather of our church. He's great. So he's going to be singing on that song with me, and then the other song will be the one that I wrote, and I will just be singing on that one. So one of the ways that I communicate is through music. I've loved it. I've always either been singing, playing the piano. My mom taught me how to play piano. I never really thought I would pick up guitar, but one day I picked up my mom's guitar. I was about 16 years old, and I started playing it, just playing chords, and she taught me a couple chords, and I started to really love it. And I really wanted to learn more. So I went to Mr. Farley, the guitar teacher from my church, and he started teaching me how to play bluegrass music. And Mr. Scott Patrick, the producer of my song, also taught me how to play some guitar. So both of them brought out the guitar musical side of me, which was really amazing. I saw it brought a lot of joy to other people, and I loved that, and so it brought a lot of joy to me. I kept playing. I play for my church. I play and sing for several nursing homes in the area with Mr. Farley. So we love to sing. I love to harmonize as well. I will harmonize with my mom. We used to sit and play piano all the time and sing. So I was practically born singing, like genuinely. I love it very much.
Hi, my name is James Farley, and I'm from here in Radford, Virginia, and Micaiah is with me today. She's been a student of mine. I've known her since she was a baby, and she's been a real blessing to me, a real big help in my old age and affliction, I'll put it that way. So, and her family's a blessing, and we attend the same church together, and love her to death. She comes around with me wherever I go and sings with me, and I'm singing with her mainly. It means everything. I mean, it's one of the biggest things in my life is just to be able to sit around, play guitar and sing, and go to places like here. There's always a good group of people, and over to the Radford Rehab Center and some churches and various places. And yeah, it's any way I can try to get the young people interested in preserving Appalachian music, singing of ballads and old hymns and things like that.
January was quite the month. My dog, who we had had for 11 and a half years, passed away unexpectedly from cancer. And it was a really hard hit. He was truly part of the family. I had been with him since I was around 7, so a very major part of my life that we had him. And so when he passed away, it hit all of us very hard and hit all of us very deeply and affected all of us. And so we all kind of dealt with it in our own ways. My brother welded him a cross for his grave, and I wrote him a song. Originally, I think it took me about a day, but I was in my room all day writing a song. And I wrote it and I sang it, and I was like, this is actually really decent. Like I didn't actually expect it to turn into anything, but I sent it to Mr. Scott, who is a producer. And I sent it to him and I said, what do you think about this? And he told me, he was like, I actually really like this. This is a good song. And I was like, really? Like, that's awesome. And it was under really awful circumstances. But because I went through that and processed that grief, one of the ways I processed it was through music. That song, it means a lot to me. It's the first song that I've written by myself, and the first song that I've really attached a lot of meaning to. And it holds a special place in my heart. So when I wrote my song for Smokey, I took it to Scott and I went over to his house, and he has a studio set up in his basement. So we went over there and it took about 4 hours to do the whole song. And I was very nervous because I had never actually you know, put the microphone here and then you have your headphones, and it's very, it's a lot more nerve-wracking to actually hear your own voice and say, wow, my pitch is not good here, my pitch isn't good here. And so I was also very nervous, and so I would sing, but it wouldn't be exactly what it should have been. It took a lot of takes to finally get me comfortable enough to start singing. The other challenge was I didn't know how to chart a song. And charting a song is essentially you have a number for each chord. So, you know, D would be a 2 chord, G would be a 3 chord, so on and so on. I had no idea how to do that. And that took a lot longer than I expected to learn how to chart a song. And so, but through that process, I was able to learn that. I was able to learn how to use the software. So that was a really interesting process.
My name's Scott Patrick, and I live here in Reiner, Virginia, and I started recording music here about 2005. Bought my first home studio with band money from a band I played in for a few years. I've been playing bluegrass probably for most of my life, I guess since I was about 18. I always loved the opportunity to collaborate with other musicians, especially new musicians, and introducing them to new music and also the roots of bluegrass music too, and trying to keep that music going and keep it alive. So Micaiah's been awesome. She's motivated and very talented, and if you put those two things together, you're gonna make cool things happen with music. And I'll always love working with people that are passionate about what they're doing, because it ends up making magic when you're doing this kind of thing. If she wants a future with music, I really think that she's probably got that. If she wants to take off with it.
Part of this project was a chance for me to learn how to produce music. So the producing side of music, learning what actually goes into it, the effort, the money, the time. I wanted to understand if this is something that I want to pursue long term, and if not, what I can do to just use the talents that I have now to glorify God in the way that I sing, in the way that I help other people, and to use it for His glory and not my own.